good morning from me, and it's
good morning from me.
From her. Yes, it's the 10th of January 2018. And we thought we'd just record a quick video. And I've got Mrs. Bradley with me to help me remember things as well. So yesterday we went to my physio session, neurophysio session, and I was in quite a lot of pain with my back and my legs aren't happy and I can't walk and all that sort of stuff. Driving is becoming quite difficult now, considerably difficult actually, but I still feel safe to drive, so I'll carry on driving until I don't drive if I don't feel safe. It's as simple as that. It's not just about me, it's about other people as well. So we arrived at the hospital, we parked up and my back was killing me. My legs were hurting, they were weak and wobbly and jellified. We got out the car, I started to take a few steps, and I said to Tree before we even got to the hospital, I said, this is going to be really hard, really difficult. And the thought went through my mind to send her off to the hospital to get a wheelchair. That's how bad I was. But we managed it, didn't we?
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. So, okay, so that was that. We arrived at the physio session, and for about 10 or 15 minutes, the physio ladies, who are amazing,
can't praise them enough.
No, that's right. They asked me they always ask me how I've been getting on, and from the walk to the waiting room to the physio room, they could tell I'd gone downhill quite considerably in the week. So, okay, for those of you that know me, and for the benefit of those that don't, that might be watching this video for the first time, I have a lot of weakness in my lower back. And over the months, years, I've noticed, I've also got very, very numb legs, very tight legs. My legs, a lot of spasticity in my legs, and all that sort of stuff that comes with MS. Now, over the months and years, in fact, I've noticed a connection between the pain in my back, or the weakness in my back, and how it affects my legs. And my logical mind kind of says, is it the MS, or is it something else, perhaps a problem in my back? Now, a little bit more history for you. Back in 2012, I had a micro discectomy in my lower back, round about L5, S1, round about there somewhere. And then a couple of months later, it needed revising, so they went in again and revised it. And so in my mind, I'm always thinking, all these problems with the weakness in my back and the connection with my legs, is there a problem in my back, or is it the MS? And that's always a niggling feeling I've got. Sorry, I'm not letting you talk very much, am I, dear?
No, you're doing quite a good job on your own. Good boy.
Thank you, dear. So, anyway, I've sort of been explaining all this to my neurophysio ladies, who just take so much time out and listen to it. You can tell when somebody's listening to you, and when it's sort of going in one ear and out the other, really, can't you? You know, doctors and things, I can tell. And they were seriously listening. So what they're going to do, because they also feel, because they're my physios and they're working with me to strengthen various things in my body and, you know, this, that and the other, they think it's definitely worth investigating. And they're going to send me off to another department. I'm going to try and say this, musculoskeletal. I think it's musculoskeletal physio or something like that. They call it MSK. Google it. It's on there anyway. So, and I'm going to describe all these problems to some top man over in that department, who hopefully. What are you laughing at, Trouble?
Nothing.
Hopefully, is going to send me for an MRI scan on my back, because what I need to know in my mind is I need to know if there's a problem formed in my back, and if there is a problem that's formed in my back, because my back's worse, my legs get worse, so I can actually physically trigger my legs to get worse by doing like small activities around the house, or if I walk down the garden backwards and forwards too quickly, it'll set everything off. So an MRI scan will look at my back, and hopefully, I am hoping that, well, we'll see. I'm not going to speculate. We'll see what's happening.
I think you will.
What?
Get a scan.
Yes, I do as well, because that's what I've been pushing for. I just wondered if the door was open, because usually if Molly hears my voice, she likes to come and join us, doesn't she?
Yes.
She's been particularly annoying last night. Oh.
That's another story.
She's very loud. I'll have to film her. So I'm with a different hospital in Derby for all my MS treatment and consultations, and my MS nurses there and everything. And over this last year, I've raised this problem with my back, and I feel there's a connection with the weakness and pain I get in my back and my legs. And I said, I feel there's a connection. You've not scanned me since 2013. And I was told something to the effect, I might not have this might not be precisely correct, but this is how I understood it. I was told that we give you, when we speak to you, when they speak to me, they do a clinical diagnosis from what I've been saying. They can tell whether I'm having a relapse or a flare-up from what I'm actually saying. It's like a clinical diagnosis, and we don't need to scan you. We know if things are going on. But I have watched loads and loads of YouTube videos, and I've done a lot of research on the internet with people with MS, and as far as I can tell, they get scanned on a regular basis every year, and the scans are compared to the previous year to see if there's any difference, any new lesions on the spinal cord or in the brain. And I'm thinking, well, it's 5 years since I've been scanned, probably a bit longer. 2013, May 2013 was my last scan.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I thought we thought that was fairly significant, and I just wanted to put that down on camera, and no doubt you'll be seeing it very soon. Is there anything you'd like to add, dear?
Yes. I actually remembered to remind Neil to tell the ladies that on his first visit to neurophysio, that they said they were going to get an occupational therapist to come and evaluate the house for rails in the bathroom and things like that. I actually think we need rails on the doors.
Yeah.
But he agrees.
On the doors?
My God.
Do you mean outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little.
Yeah, just to help up the steps and things.
There's a big step, and I'm struggling to get up the step.
Yeah. Oh, didn't think he'd agree with that, but there you go. And miracles do happen. So I reminded him.
All right.
I reminded him to mention it to the ladies, because we've been waiting for a visit and nothing's happened. So you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And?
Yes. Well, apparently my very first visit to the ladies, I mentioned it that time, and she said we'll get them to come. But we've given it quite a long time, 2-3 months, since well before. 2-3 months, probably longer, because these things do take a while. And she said she's going to definitely chase them up and see what's happening. So that's quite good.
So that was 2 good things out of the visit yesterday.
So we'll get some grab rails in the shower and stuff like that, because I feel so unsafe You know, so unsafe in there, to be honest. Right. I think that's about it today to report. But that was pretty significant, wasn't it?
It was. I'd just like to add one point, if I may.
No. Go on,
and
then, I'll
that
let
is,
you.
considering how really bad his walking was yesterday, he was at the point of shuffling. Last night...
I was shuffling.
Yes. Last night, as what happens sometimes, he feels the best he's felt all day.
Yep.
And he was walking better and things, but it's like a night in bed undoes all that good.
It all seems to be in the evenings, doesn't it?
Yes, he picked up, and I'm glad it did, because if he'd have carried on the way he was going, he's getting really down. And I actually mentioned to one of the ladies, I says, look at his face, you can see he's almost in tears. And she says, yes, I can see it. And I thought, yes, I'm not the only one.
Talk about me, they do.
Yes, we do.
I was going to say something then, and I forgot. I know what it was. Where my mobility gets better at night time. I did a video a couple of videos ago, a few months ago, and I think its title is Unexpected Return of Mobility, and I do a little bit of a walk up and down the front room. Check that out, it's quite interesting. That still happens, and the only thing I can put it down to is relaxing at night time and resting and not doing much. It's very strange. But then, like Teresa says, after a night in bed, just laying in one position or, you know, tossing and turning, it's like all that's undone in the morning. I am absolutely awful in the morning. If I ever get around to it, I'll have to film me in the morning, because I get out of bed, the first thing I do is hold on to the radiator and hold on to the side of the bed and try and stand up, and I can't. Well, I can, but my legs are just crumbling from under me. It's ridiculous, but that does improve with time as the morning wears on. It's all very scary, to be honest. Very, very scary. I think what bothers me the most, and where Teresa says...
Sugar, sorry.
Are you duffing the camera stand?
I am, sorry.
I have to readjust now. There we go. I think what bothers me the most is... it's the fact that the progression of this condition I've got, either the MS or a problem with my back, like I've been explaining, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and it won't actually plateau. I say to people, I could cope with what I've got now. I can cope with it. But it's the fact that it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know where it's going to stop. And that's what worries me. I mean, like I say, yesterday driving was particularly difficult. I was still safe, but it was particularly painful for me. And I just think, when's it going to end? Is it going to plateau? Is it just going to carry on and on and on? And what's going to happen next? And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there can relate to that. Anyway. I think we've talked enough now. That's got to be at least 10 minutes. So, anyway, I think we better get going now. So,
yes.
Well, it's bye from me.
And it's bye from me.
So, until next time, take care, everybody.
Hope you like the video.
Yeah. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.